You done not fucked it up? Boy, do I have a doozy for everybody here today. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 Plus 2 is an amazing remaster of the first two games. I've never played the first two games in my life, but I remember playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 8 if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the exact name, but I remember loving that game and it was just so much fun. I played so many hours on it. It was cool. Man, and that was like PlayStation 2 era, if I'm not mistaken. That was an old ass game. Like to me, the Tony Hawk franchise was like dead. It wasn't until I stumbled on this game and I was like, oh shit, it's fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I haven't played this shit in a while. But then I saw it was like, oh, it's just 1 and 2. I don't know if I necessarily like this. 1 and 2 was literally a long way from 8 iteration in the franchise, right? So you would expect there to just not be enough content or something, it wouldn't just feel like it used to feel. That's what I was afraid of when I came into this. But boy was I wrong. This game is impressive. If the last game I reviewed, which is Resident Evil 3, was a big disappointment, this game is a big surprise. I was not expecting this when I bought this game. This is worth every cent that I spent on it, man. If you're a fan of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater franchise, or any skate game franchise, man, are you gonna have a blast with this game. Like, just the graphics alone puts to shame a lot of indie games, straight up. A lot of games get put to shame with these graphics. Yes, this is not like the 4K whatever graphics. Damn, are these graphics good for a Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Like this, the artwork, the graphics is impressive. The sound design makes the gameplay feel vivid. You'll have endless fun. I'm telling you, man. I finished this game I think about 6 months ago, if not a whole year ago, and now I came back to it, wanting to play, get some footage for the video, right? But damn, once I started playing again, I was addicted. I was like, man, I want to finish this game all over again. And that's very hard to find a game like that where I want to play it twice. Everything is simply incredible. Like, trust me, when you buy this game, it is gonna be so much fucking fun. It's gonna be so unexpected. If you've never played a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, buy this. If you see it on sale, buy it. Straight up. Like, don't even think about it twice. This game is a blast. You're gonna have a whole shit ton of fucking fun. There's a great amount of cosmetics for you to customize your character, which wasn't a thing I think in Pro Skater 8, or if there was, I think there was, but it just was limited. There's a great deal of cosmetics in this game that you can earn in-game. You don't have to buy with any microtransactions, none of that bullshit. The game is very challenging, actually, especially at the start when your character, their stats are not the greatest. You can either play as your own character, or you can play as a lot of the most known skater characters, the obvious Tony Hawk, and among others that I have no idea who they are, given that I fell off of skating years ago. But man, when I came back to this, was this absolutely beautiful to see again. If you're a fan of any of the other skaters, you can play as them as well. But if you're like me, you're gonna make your own character, customize it the way you want, and just have fun. And boy, did I have a lot of fun. This game has ridiculous amounts of replayability, given that it's a remaster of an 15-year-old game. I'm not sure, but I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 8 about 10 years ago, and that was the 8th iteration. I can't even imagine when the first and second game came out. That's probably like almost 15 years now. It's ridiculous. So for an old ass game getting remastered, the graphics are incredible. You get a lot of cosmetics. You can customize your shoes, your socks, your pants, your shirt, or you want a hoodie, you can put that on. You can have some hats. You can even put some makeup if you're doing a female character. You get tattoos. You can customize your wheels, your deck, even your grip. Man, it is. There's so much customization. This is what I wanted all those years ago. It's just a fan's dream come true. And if you've never played any of these games, or maybe you played it like I did and then you stopped, man, is this a call for you to get back into this franchise? Like straight up, play this game. Just support the devs, man. Maybe they'll get inspired to do other games. And if they're gonna give the other games this treatment, boy, is it gonna be worth it. Because, like the game, like the title says, you have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in here. Both of them got remastered, and there's plenty of content in here. And even once you're done with all that content, which I 100% did the entire game, there's actually an option for you to create your own park. So although you can build like buildings and stuff to like really have it be immersive, you can put ramps, rails, you can do whatever you really want. And there's also what they call smart objects, which are basically ramps, rails, and other objects that you can twist and turn to make into your own, well, your own creation, whatever the hell you want to do. And I found that, man, if you're the type of person that wants to get creative with that sort of thing, there's quite a bit of tools in there. It might not be the craziest thing ever, but there's quite a bit of tools in there, enough for you to really like waste a lot of hours into it. If you're that type of person, I don't usually like that sort of thing, but man, if you're that type of person that really wants to get creative, there's tools here for you. The challenges are fun. They don't feel impossible to do. Trust me, some of them are gonna be hard, very difficult. And I think that's part of the charm of this game, that you can't do everything the first time around. You have to do multiple playthroughs and like really get good and upgrade your character to do everything. And trust me, it's not gonna feel unfair. It's not gonna feel like, oh, the progression here is either too slow, or man, like this just something about it doesn't work. It's like, no. Everything here works perfectly. You're gonna have a blast playing this game, and in the process, you're gonna be doing these challenges and leveling up and acquiring new maps and acquiring new clothes, new customization items. And it's just the progression is so well done that you're gonna be engaged the entire time. You're not gonna find any moment where you're bored in this game. And the fact that I finished this game and now I want to come back to it, that really speaks volumes to the replayability of this game. And obviously, I highly suggest you play this game with headphones, because the sound design is intriguing. It will capture your attention and retain it the entire way through. It will definitely make you feel immersed in the world. And I'm giving big praise to a Tony Hawk game. Like, that was like unheard of back when I started playing the Pro Skater 8. I'm just so blown away with how well this remaster was done that I'm just speechless, literally. This is like Black Ops 3 it wasn't Revelations, it was Zombie Chronicles. This is like Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles levels of high quality. If you're an old fan of this franchise, you're gonna be highly impressed with this. And if you're a new person that just saw this game on a deal and just came upon this review, I highly recommend you buy that game without a second thought. You're gonna have a blast here. You can really customize your character to your liking. You can also do special moves. Forgot to mention that. You can, as you progress, you unlock special moves, which you can select certain inputs that you can do. They're kind of like predetermined, quote unquote. Like, let's say it's like from left to right. You move the stick from left to right, and then you press X. And then there's from up to down and down to up, and then you press X, that sort of thing, right? So quote unquote, they're predetermined, but they give you a lot of options. So it doesn't really feel like, oh, it's just what the game says I have to do. No, you're actually given quite a bit of options in that regard as well. So for a Tony Hawk game, this is one of the most customizable, most impressive graphics, most incredible sound design. And although this game has like no story pretty much, it has zero story, you give zero fucks about a goddamn story when the gameplay is this good. This is 10 out of 10 gameplay, 10 out of 10 graphics. Content is pretty good. You're like there's enough here to keep you engaged, and the replayability of this game alone is worth the entire money that you're gonna be spending on this. So this game, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 is because I feel like you could have given us a tiny bit more uh, material, a tiny bit more maps and stuff like that, and also the buildings and the construct your own park option that you can't really have like buildings and really have the experience feel immersive. But if you don't care about any of those things, I straight up highly recommend this game. Buy it without a doubt. Don't even think about it. You can do so many tricks here. It's just so incredible. I just caught off guard that I had to praise this game so much because I was not expecting anything from this game. I was expecting it to suck, and it didn't. It really impressed me. It caught me super off guard. And if you want to get into the Tony Hawk world, this is the way to go. So, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.